So many of them. All this cause of us. Come on, let's finish it. Hello and welcome to another Pillars of Eternity video, and we kind of got flummoxed. Is that the right term? I don't know. We got completely torn away from what we were originally going to do, and that was to go to White March. Basically, a wizard wanted the phylactery that we got from Craig Holt, and they were like, I'm gonna, gonna either murder you for it, or we'll be peaceful. We were peaceful. We did things. So yeah, we found a bog with 2 dragons in that we didn't have to fight. Thank God. Now we can go to the Abbey of the Fallen Moon, which is where we were going, with hopes that we can beat the boss there. Hopefully. Really hoping. To be able to fight this boss now. We should have rested. We can rest here. Won't get any buffs, mind you, but it's fine. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I really love the look of this area, by the way. It's kind of cool with all the bones jutting out. Okay, here goes.
You've made a grave mistake. I will correct it in Andra's name.
You more likely will. Get him. Wait,
hey.
Maybe we could just, I don't know. Alright, we're not in fight. Now we're in fighting. Okay, have that one.
Yes.
Have that one. And
Ready, Watcher.
Have that one.
What?
And have that one. Oh no, let's not go too fast. Okay. Are we winning? I think we're winning. We're definitely doing better than what we've ever done. Oh, I think we're definitely doing better than what we've ever done.
All right, then.
I'm kind of impressed with what a couple of levels have done. I'm actually very impressed with what a couple of levels have done. That's awesome. Oh, he came back! Is he dead now? Uh-oh. Oh dear. Cool.
Hey.
No, here you go. We should save it.
Hey.
We got by fairly unscathed. I'm kind of impressed. Do stop doing that.
Of course.
Right, stop being fast mode now. I'm kind of impressed. Okay. What have we done here?
I used to have this big hound, like to dig for bones. Well, he'd be real excited right about now.
Lodged between rows of crystalline rock, a large fragment of metal protrudes. It looks as though it might be possible to pry it loose. Let's pull out the metal fragment. At your touch, the splinter of metal begins to glow orange. Heat surges up your hand and arms and envelop you with such intensity you feel as though you are melting down. The heat spreads to the world around you, turns it orange and then yellow and then white. The ground, the sky, everything around you drips in molten globes and begins to take shape beneath you as if an invisible mold. You and the shard are the last things to melt and fall and your addition to the molten pool completes the shape of an immense hammer. The metal cools as quickly as it has heated, and the handle is gripped now by two great leathery hands, and the hammer is cocked back over a shoulder as broad and mottled as a hilltop. The wielder whirls around and heaves the hammer, and you are flying upwards for what seems like an ages into the airless blackness above. As you spin, you catch glimpses of rock large enough to be a moon. It is so close, far too close to the world. The force of the impact shatters the hammer and stone alike. The rock is redirected outward, but a section of the front face is cleaved off and begins to fall, splintering apart at the cracks. In 100,000 fragments, blossoming outward in all directions, debris showers the atmosphere, trailing smoke and fire. Below, land and sea are far off, but gradually rising up. Let's look to the sea. The largest of the fragments, wide as a city, barrels downward into a fiery cocoon. Its size reduces as the edges immolate, but it won't burn up in time. It lands silently in the distant ocean, sending a column of water skyward and radiating ripples that spread like wrinkles in fabric. Then the sound comes tearing up through the sky. It sounds like thunder. Features are becoming clearer by the moment as you streak towards the earth. You are lodged in an enormous boulder, falling among other smaller fragments that heat and burst around you on all sides. Beneath you, snow-capped mountains rise up, dotted here and there by cities of stone and Adra. The impact will be a destruction of all of them. The shadow of your rock fragment is visible now, getting larger by the second. You are moments away from striking the ground when a massive shape throws itself into your path. The last thing you hear sounds like another rumbling impact, but that isn't what it is. It's a chuckle. Relieved, breathless, you hear two words. Made it. Everything goes dark. You open your eyes, and the metal hammer fragment has come free, and you now hold it in your hands. It is warm to the touch. The air around you is suddenly turbulent, spiteful. A cold, damp wind whips your face. Salt crystals collect in your nostrils and creases of your eyes. The floor below becomes a blue-grey and glassy, churning and rolling, and when you fall, you crash through water. Violent waves hurl and spin you. Something slithers around your ankles and seizes you with incredible strength, drags you down into the silty depths. When the pulling stops, you're hovering at the center of an endless blue abyss. You can see neither surface nor floor. You seem to be facing downward, but there is no way to be sure. A voice sounds from everywhere at once, and the immense pressure wave of each utterance sends you reeling.
Deceitful wretch! Grave robber! You who dig for that which you did not bury, speak! Explain yourself and be judged!
I seek the means of defeating an army that threatens my lands.
You seek what is mine! What was rightfully lost!
The outburst propels you, sending you end over end.
Your actions speak for themselves. The battery opened. The forge ignited. You conspired with souls that evaded my judgment. Saw them infused into the very thing they had stolen from me. The dwarves sealed their own fate. The forge was meant to be forgotten. And now, here you are again, denying peace to the buried.
The turbulence around you calms. Silt settles like a slow exhalation, and the vast dark seascape beyond the murk fades in. Rays of light trickle down from far above into a green-gold columns of kelp that rise from the depths and sway back and forth in the current. Fish and mollusks patrol them in groups of hundreds and thousands. The nearest pass you with a watchful eye. What do you mean the forge is meant to be forgotten?
It was never meant for mortal use. Such power, such truths lie within it. It can bring only ruin. When the Pargrunin came to the White March, they were peaceful. They shared common beliefs and purpose. Their visions for the Forge tore them apart. You have seen this for yourself. They would have destroyed themselves in the end.
How convenient that we'll never know.
You need only look to the history of your own civilization for assurance. How many wars, how many fallen empires might have been averted if only their leaders could forget the objects of their ambition. I mourned the loss of the Pargrunen. Misfortune brought them here. They did not deserve to end so soon.
What are the bones of one god doing sealed in the temple of another?
Do not play coy with a god, Watcher. I know you have seen his death. I feel it whenever a forgotten thing is taken from me. Abidin did not deserve to die here. This place, it was the least I could do to give his remains some privacy.
The least you could do?
The least I could do for ending his life.
Light drains from your surroundings. The kelp forest becomes a copse of black tendrils, stark and twisted as regret.
I called the moon down to me, Ioni brother. It was against his wishes. He would not listen to reason, would not listen to me. In his madness, he splintered the moon, but it was not enough. The greatest of the fragments still fell toward that which he would protect. In the end, he took position where it would fall, and absorbed the impact himself.
I thought Belafa and Kaldra were the moons.
Ioni brother is their smaller sibling, tiny next to them.
Small enough that the world would survive its impact. You make it sound as though you were the sane one.
The other gods knew what had to be done, but they lacked the will to go through with it. Even gods have their attachments. To erase all knowledge of such a grand thing required unthinkable devastation. The Eastern Reach, Deadfire. Mine was the only solution. When I called down Ioni brother, they remained silent. Even Abaddon. He knew it was for the best. But he tried to stop it all the same. Perhaps deep down I knew he would. I should have expected it. I could have stopped it.
But why the temple? Why the secrecy?
That time has been forgotten now. And so his death belongs to me. Everything he was before the impact.
But you slew another god. Surely other gods know this. Surely Abaddon must know. Current surges through the kelp bed, pushing each plant sideways like saplings in a hurricane and propelling you backwards amidst a torrent of wayward fish.
No! He cannot know! He must never know! Understand, he was not always as he is now. His body was not all he left behind. He was devoted to progress and industry from the beginning. But so too was he devoted to preservation. In those times he would let nothing go. Nothing could be forgotten. His will was iron long before his body.
Preservation? So that's why he went so far to oppose you.
We agreed long ago, all of us, not to alter the course of Kith's civilization. Not directly. Not unless there were no other choice. But in this matter, there was no other choice. He understood that as well as anyone. It was for duty that he opposed it. I would have stopped it if I could, but by then it was too late.
What was it that he was trying to preserve?
Time has finished much of what I started. I cannot tell you that, mortal, for fear of undoing all its costly work.
Well, if you're not going to tell me, I must ask you about something else.
You may ask.
The army that destroyed the dwarfs, the Eyeless, are they yours?
What the world casts aside, I take into my care. A thing may be forgotten, but it is never alone as long as I am here. They were lost children, abandoned, fixed on a purpose that no longer had meaning. I took them in, gave them new purpose. I did not create them, but yes, they are mine.
They are Abidens. I saw them forged.
They were his once, I won't deny it. He created them as assistants to carry out his work on Eora. But he has long been the overseer of progress in the world. Leaving things behind has always been his way. I allow him to leave his past in my care, so that it does not hold him back.
So you and Abiden have a unique connection then?
I suppose we do. But then, the gods have always been able to accomplish far greater things when working together.
Nearby, you see a shark pass through a school of fish, the fish scatter evading the predator. I had something else to discuss about the Eyeless.
Speak your mind.
You haven't given me the whole truth about the Eyeless, have you?
Careful what you accuse a god of, mortal.
The water around you is suddenly icy, and you can feel it sap the heat from your veins. Abiden didn't abandon those creatures. You made him forget them. Otherwise, he might remember how he died.
And what if I did, mortal? It does him no harm to forget. On the contrary, it lifts a burden. If Abaddon remembered, it would threaten the harmony between the gods. It was not so long ago that conflict between us led to disaster in your world, and the death of one of our number. Memory is but an image we create to make sense of the present. It carries no truth or meaning but what we ascribe. A slight alteration to it is a small price to pay for peace.
It's wrong to deceive him, and I expected better from a god.
Memory deceives. It distorts. It reimagines. This is no different. The peace between the gods is already fragile. It will not withstand another shock. Speak your mind.
Well then, what new purpose did you give them?
Some things that are forgotten must never be remembered. Not merely for the benefit of those who forgot, but for the entire world. There can be no second thoughts, no sympathy or stays of execution. The Eyeless were born to fulfill this task, though even their creator did not know it. They are single-minded and relentless.
Wait, so what you're saying is they kill those who remember what you want forgotten?
They do not flinch when called upon to do what is necessary. Kith owe them a great debt for the troubles they have hidden away. You may ask.
You say, on one hand, you had to call down the Ione Bratha, yet on the other hand, that you would have stopped it for Abiden.
The death of a god is a calamity. You are living in the aftermath of one such death. Surely you can understand.
Yes, but you have said that sympathy can't get in the way. What about yours for Abiden?
He deserved better. Of all the other gods, he was the only one who acted, who held to his convictions.
Oh, well, then the goddess of relentlessness must have appreciated such quality.
Yes. I admired him for that.
But it's more than that. You loved him. The pull and push of the current become a long and heavy, like a sigh.
Whatever he was to me, it was not meant to last. Always our duty is to Eora first. I knew he opposed what I intended, that he would wish to preserve what I meant to destroy. I knew it would cause a rift that might never be mended, but I never imagined he'd go so far. I never imagined it would mean I would never know him, as I once did.
If he doesn't remember dying, why not begin again with him?
Because it might cause him to remember. No, mortal. Better that we should exist as we are now. What happened once must never happen again. Bad enough that I am cursed to remember it. You may ask.
Why did you pull down the moon?
The great conundrum of a god is how close to become with your subjects. Too far and they lose hope. Too close and your own judgment fails. Civilizations are meant to ebb and flow. Allow them to persist for too long in power or knowledge, and you invite catastrophe. There was a time when we let our sympathies get the better of us. When memories were allowed to persist that should have been washed away. The other gods could not be moved to act. I did what had to be done without them.
You're talking about the Anwithians.
I speak of what is forgotten. I failed that day, but my purpose was achieved in the end. I will not dredge up the memory to satisfy idle curiosity.
What does it matter if something is remembered or forgotten? It's in the past. It's in either case.
Memories are the spirits of the past. You of all people should know their sway on the present, Watcher.
They are ours to bear, whether we care to or not.
Mortals measure the worth of their lives in memory. Who will remember me? How long until I am forgotten? Memory governs every thought, informs every choice. It can fuel passion, understanding, love, or it can create obsession, madness. You have seen it plague many souls in your travels. Consider the old Watcher who inherited unspeakable crimes from birth. Or the young woman who committed herself to Brackenbury for love of things she remembered she had. Or the fisherman whose life became a sentence the day he killed his sister. Or the Glonfathen boy for whom an old medallion was worth more than all the fruits of his labors. They could be free from their burdens, if only they could forget.
Their burdens exist for a reason. Why should they be allowed to forget?
Many such people gain these burdens through no fault of their own. Others act to redeem themselves only to find their memories will not forgive them. Even when problems have run their course, memory can be the stone that sinks you into the abyss.
Be that as it may, I must reject your moral paradigm because it endangers an incomplete conception of the good that fails to consider the importance of testing the soul.
Indeed. And what has led you to conclude you know better than a god, mortal?
Your supposition that peace of mind is tantamount to the overall good is a flawed premise. Empirically, we know that struggle and inner turmoil strengthens the soul as often as they strangle it.
That hardly sounds like an improvement on inner peace. Is that the extent of your argument?
No, actually, I submit to you that life is a framework to test the soul, and that its untested soul withers from disuse. Consequently, it is better to test the soul in order that it should thrive. If it breaks, it is no worse off than it were not tested at all.
There may be hope for you yet, Watcher.
Oh.
Your reasoning is interesting, mortal. Perhaps there is something to it. But it is not my will to simply do good. Those broken souls that fail your test, those are the ones I love most. For no other god will have them. What small mercies they ask of me, I will always grant. Was there something else, mortal?
Well, now that you mention it, I need you to call off your Eyeless.
On the contrary, mortal, their work must continue. Far too much was uncovered while they lay dormant.
They draw attention to the very thing you wish to be hidden. In my dreams, I have seen them swarming over the entire Deerwood.
Those who know too much of the White Forge will be washed clean from Aora. and then the Eyeless shall rest once more.
This isn't some lone tribe of dwarfs. The Forge sees visitors from all over now. The Eyeless will tear the Deerwood apart, and it will never be forgotten. The sea life around you stirs back and forth, agitated, restless.
Even if it is as you say, there is nothing that can be done. The Eyeless do not think for themselves. They have only the purpose that is given to them. They do not stop until the purpose is fulfilled. They will not change course now for me or anyone. I am sorry.
Wait. You said that you give them the purpose. This is your doing, and you must intervene.
The interventions of gods seldom work out in anyone's favor. Our touch is too heavy. The world crumbles beneath it. It is why we so often enlist the help of mortals. They execute our wishes with greater care. I have done far too much already.
But Kyoto said they could be cooled off.
Only if those they pursue are no longer a threat. The Raid Sarens were stopped before they could take the White Forge. In your case, Watcher, you are well beyond that now. And if what you say is true, then the Deerwood is as well.
Well, I don't believe that you cannot intervene. So if you will not stop them, then I will.
Your determination is commendable. But the Eyeless number in the thousands. You will need more than strength or luck.
Well, you know, the help of a god would be most welcome.
I will give you what aid I can. I bade the Eyeless to remain hidden when at rest. They are gathered in the hollow of a great rock, splintered from Ione Brother. It lies in a flooded crater known as Kairon's Scar. Know too that they were built to answer the call of their master's hammer. When they hear it strike, they come to its aid. If you were to take that piece of his hammer from here and reshape it in Abaddon's forge into a likeness of the original, you might be able to call them to you. But destroying them would be another matter. I know of one way, but only from the center of the Lion's Den. Only with their master's hammer in your service. If you can do all this, if you can reshape what remains of Abaddon's hammer and bring it inside their lair, I can instruct you there on what you would need to do.
I will do what I can.
And I will see you through when the time comes.
I will remake the hammer in the White Forge, and I will stop the Eyeless.
If you do not, be assured, they will come for you as they did for the Pargrunen.
An uneasy turbulence disturbs the calm like an unwelcome thought.
Careful as you approach the lake. When I claimed the Eyeless, I made sure they would not be discovered while they slept. Many of my most devoted followers stand watch there. They will not allow you near. And there is something far worse. Something more fearsome and dangerous than any Eyeless. Let us hope you do not attract its attention.
More dangerous? You can't just add that in there casually. In place of an answer, a sudden surge in the current from beneath sends you hurtling upwards. The surface above you approaches fast, shifting and glimmering like quicksilver. You emerge soaking wet on the stone floor of the reliquary, grasping for breath as if you'd been holding it for hours. Great! Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant. Oh dear. So, we now need to reforge a hammer. Interesting. Ah! So there was a way up, it just couldn't go that way. Okay. We must leave. So, Lair of the Eyeless, got an army. Reforge. So basically we're gonna go back to the battery. You know, let's not go this way. Let's not go this way. We will. Oh, gosh. We should be fine. Nailed it. Oh, no. There you go. Try and figure out how to get out. Okay. So this whole place is the bones of a god. Pretty cool. Oh my gosh, these guys are still kind of tough. Are we gonna go up here and fight these guys? No, we'll be fine. Okay,
Of course.
Let's just leave. Go to the battery. And hope that we can forge stuff. Incredible heat ripples upwards from the white forge and laps against your exposed skin. The fragment of Abiden's hammer grows warm in your hands as if in recognition. It is only a fraction of the size of the original, but there is metal enough to create a hammer fit for a person of your size to wield. In this forge, the fragment could be shaped anew. It's recreated. You call to mind every memory you have witnessed of the great hammer. The images coalesce and take shape in your mind's eye. You know every curve, every engraving. Even as the shapeless lump of metal, you can see the fragment for what it is meant to become. The fragment is slow to heat, even in the white forge, and quick to cool as you work it against the anvil. Sweat drizzles down your body and puddles at your feet. Your arm grows sorer with each swing of your forge hammer until you can barely lift it. Minutes turn to hours. As Abiden's hammer begins to take shape, the ring of your own hammer against it takes on a familiar tone, one that you have heard in your dreams. With each strike, an image flashes in your mind. It is hazy at first, but it gains detail as the hammer begins to resemble the original. Over time, the image becomes a frozen landscape, centered around a crater lake. Eyeless patrol its frozen surface in droves, and this can only be the place that Andra described, Chiron's Scar. The Eyeless pause here and there when you strike and look up, as though hearing the echoes on the wind. In the distance, as more details appear, you can see other landmark. Stalwart, Durgan's battery, and you understand where the lake lies in the White March, where you must take the hammer. Finally, with the careful etching of the last detail with your chisel, the hammer is completed. No sooner do you make the final mark than you feel a pure radiant energy pulsing from within, like a mechanical heartbeat. There is an indescribable beauty to the shape and the weighting and the design. It feels as if this is the realization of the metal's purpose. You take up the hammer, and its power rushes over you in waves, and it shakes your body so hard you nearly drop to your knees. The tremor passes, but the surge of power remains. The hair on your arms stand up on end, and in your hands is a fateful recreation of a divine instrument. Careful with the weapons of God's Watcher, they seldom come without strings. Agreed. Oh, are you going to tell me you want it? Oh dear.
I've heard enough.
The sounds of an argument reach you from the stairs. Darian marches into the room, arms crossed, while Wengra bounds along behind him.
This threatens all of us now.
Matron Berrigan lumbers after Darian and Wengra, flanked by two stout ogres.
She's right. We've got to fight together.
You also recognize a Darcy following them. His shoulders are rigid and his arms are clasped in front of him. Wengra sees you and points enthusiastically.
See, Darian, she'll tell ya. We can stop them.
Tension crackles in the air, and Darian whirls and cuts Wengra off with a chopping motion.
If she's seen them, she knows better.
What's going on here?
Something killed a whole crew of hunters out in the wood. Tore them apart like dolls, insects.
Despite his steady posture, his eyes flit and flicker like flies, and his upper lip shines with sweat.
Something like the creatures that attacked my fort, perhaps?
Berrigan mutters something to her escort, and they snort in agitation.
I told ya. All we gotta do is get him in range of these cannons, and then we blast them.
She brings her hands together in a loud clap.
We don't even know what they are.
He shuts his eyes and breathes loudly through his nose. I do. Everyone turns to look at you. But what they are isn't important. What matters is that they'll destroy us all, and more, if they aren't stopped.
At last, some sense. Will you listen to her, if not to me?
The destruction my dreams warned me of.
Berrigan's gaze is distanced with horror, and suddenly she rounds on Wengra and Darian.
And your greed and recklessness have brought them on us all!
She rolls her shoulders back and bares her teeth at the two villagers. Rage hangs around her like a musk. Darian and Wengra each take a step back and square off against the ogres.
You burning our village didn't help matters none.
Wengra's feral grimace exposes needle-sharp teeth.
It wasn't my clan that attacked you.
No difference. One ogre stinks as bad as the next.
Look, listen. You may be right, Berrigan, but this isn't helping. Perhaps you should go? No, I don't want her to go. Hold on. Calm down, everyone. None of that matters now. Darian and Wengra grumble, shifting on their feet and glaring sullenly, and after a pause, Berrigan looks back at you.
I came to offer my clan's help.
The others gawk at her.
The White March has been our home for centuries. We'll defend it alongside you.
The ogres flanking her grunt their assent. Your aid would be most welcome. She presents an ancient banded horn in both of her calloused hands, holding it out to you.
Sound it anywhere in the White March, and 3 of my best warriors will be at your side.
She bows.
Your battles become ours.
Nice. We got ogre friends.
What's your plan for dealing with them exactly?
The Eyeless are hidden at Kaon's Scar. I'll face them there. Wengra and Darian gape at each other in disbelief.
That lake's notorious. Folk never come back from that.
She breaks off, her eyes suddenly wide.
Oh.
You'll need all the help you can get. I have fewer men to offer than I would like, but the Iron Flail stands ready. Our siege weapons are at your disposal.
The same ones you threw at the battery's walls?
These Eyeless will come for us all if they aren't stopped here and now.
Forget it. You're not bringing your army into our backyard.
He looks to you and nods.
Tell him.
Darian, I know you didn't just tell me what to do. Adarik stays, and that's final. Knots form in the corner of his jaw.
Guess that's that.
He kicks at the loose flagstone. We'll assemble at Kayron's Scar and await your orders. Be ready, my friend. It will be a great battle. Darcy bows slightly and steps away.
Ahem.
An awkward silence follows, and Wenger clears her throat noisily.
You know, those heavy cannons you fixed might come in handy.
She grins, and a mischievous twinkle in her eyes. Darian starts to groan, and she holds up both hands.
Hey, hear me out. Kayron's Scar should be just in range for those guns. You just point out your target, and I'll do the rest.
If those things are on the move, we don't have much time. Good luck. I hope you know what you're doing.
Gives you a rueful look. I think I know what I'm doing. Everything will be just fine. I have a hammer, I have ogres, I have Viserions. Cool. 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 You can call upon the cannons, cool. Cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. We really should just go rest, but I'm too eager. Let's do it. Oh, travel directly to Kayron's Scar. Off we go. Okay, save it. Oh, there's so many of them. All this 'cause of us. Come on, let's finish it. I mean, I didn't do it on purpose. We should have rested. We're going into this hardly rested. Okay. We'll be fine. This is gonna be fine. I'm not scared of the Eyeless. Oh god. I'm not scared. We're scared. Why are we speaking? I'm not scared, you're scared.
Aspect worth and rough.
Whoever this was, he's been dead for a long time. What remains of the flesh is blackened and frozen solid. This crater worries you and your three companions. It feels wrong, tainted, but the lure of riches is stronger. The giant rock in the center of the lake might contain gold, gems, more. It took a week of back-breaking labor, but the boat is finished. It may not be entirely watertight, but it'll be enough to get you across the lake and back. You set off from shore, and the icy wind filling the sail, Sadon grins at you. He expressed the most doubt that the boat would float. A moment later, he's gone, barely managing a scream as a gigantic tentacle yanks him from the boat and under the water. More tentacles emerge from the water. The air is filled with the sound of cracking and splintering wood as the boat gets pulled apart. You dive into the water without a second thought and begin swimming madly for shore, hoping that your friends are doing the same. Your heavy furs weigh you down, but by some miracle you make it to land. You hear a burbling sound and look up to see one of the fish people, a Lagathef, standing over you, its spear raised. You rise to your knees, your hands raised, showing you have no weapons and you pose no threat. The Lagathef makes the sound again. Wait, you start to say, but the creature drives its spear deep into your chest before you can say anything else, and mercifully the agony is brief before the world fades. Great! There's freaking tentacly things in here. This is good. This is fine. This is fine.
Leave it to me.
This is absolutely fine. Like, should I be sneaking? I feel like maybe I should be sneaking. Okay, it's a fanatic fighter. Okay, here they are.
not getting...
Do the death thing. He's just getting chased by the doggo.
Alright then.
I don't know what's up here.
Hey. Alright then.
Oh, great. Of course there was a trap. Of course there was. A freaking paladin? Okay. We're okay.
Hey.
This is probably where we might get some camping
Of
stuff.
course.
Ooh, what's this? Lost Parafat of Winding Path. Okay.
I suppose it can't be helped.
Come on. Oh, come on. This is why I want Karok. We really, really need Karok. I just realized I am running around with a big hammer.
I'm here.
Hey.
It's fine. Hey guy, I'm running around with a big hammer. It's fine. This yurt reeks of stale sweat. There's only one bedroll inside. Save it. I'm scared of these eyeless. I really, truly am. Okay, we're going in. Oh my god, I'm terrified of them. Okay, that's not an eyeless. That's okay. Let's go for the wizard. Go for the wizard! Okay, we're doing rather well. Oh, I hear them. They scare me. They scare me a lot. Okay. Spell defense bonus. Could be intellect. Iron circle. Burden of constitution. Constitution plus 4. I don't think I need intellect, really. Oh, and it gives me a... Okay. It's 429. I have all these, like, rings. Plus 2 might and resolve. Yep. It does none. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Don't think we're gonna get better heavy. I haven't seen better heavy armor, to be honest. Okay. I am worried.
Certainly.
Oh no, we're not going by ourselves. No. Okay, here goes. Let us try our first Eyeless. Like, we have to deal with 2 of them before.
This.
Well, it's... I mean... It's injured, at least.
That's not very helpful.
Okay, I'm not so scared anymore. Okay, I got this. As long as it's one at a time, right? Well, it's over here. As long as it's one at a time.
Worth and rough.
Can't get a good shot with this.
That's not very helpful.
We're okay. I think I'll only use it if we get like they just come at us in waves.
Worth and rough.
Leave it to me!
Worth and rough.
Away.
That's not very helpful.
No, not you, sirs. Not you. Okay, let's go. Okay.
I'm here.
We have... Wait, no. I'm just wondering if we should all kind of stand back. No?
Worth and
Why is it not happen? Get it!
Whose side you are?
Yeah, that didn't do much. Oh boy.
Nothing I can do.
Okay, one went down very
Leave it to
easily.
me.
Fair enough.
That's not very helpful.
Don't kick it up, dude.
Worth and rough.
You're not getting through me.
Oh, ow, 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 ow.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Okay,
I'll let Margaret.
come on. Come
I'll
on.
let Margaret's father.
Didn't we already fight these things?
Yes, we did.
Fine.
Hey,
You can just make it the blurred shape of an eyeless behind the ice. Alright, let's have a little rest. You know, because why not? Like, let's just rest where all the eyeless surrounding us and below us. It's fine. What? Oh, there are tentacles? Oh, ouchies. Ouchies! Okay, what is with the tentacles?
That's not very helpful.
Okay.
leave it to me.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I may have to call them in. I need some ogres. I got ogres.
Hi.
I need some fireballs.
Really got it in.
I don't know what this. Why? Oh, hey off. It's okay. We're okay. Go away, tentacles.
That's it.
I'm guessing some of us can't attack it, so some should attack it, some shouldn't attack it. Okay.
Get on! Yes? Absolutely. Ugh, I'm not after an Itamok. I'm ready. Get on!
Okay. Not good.
Another of Andra's mindless servants.
Hey,
I'll see her paid for this.
I mean, okay. Okay, just hold. Titania needs a little bit of a rest. We'll take whatever's out here, and then we'll do another rest.
leave it to me.
Oh, there had to be two. No, there had to be three. Oh, no. Ow. Oh dear.
Nothing I can do! Get a good shot with this.
Feeling the strain.
I'm ready.
Just like the deer.
Freros, Ceres!
We're okay.
Temet consuelias.
Oh boy.
Stand together!
I'm ready.
That's not very helpful.
It really wasn't very helpful. God damn it. Oh no. Deal with it.
Ready, Watcher.
I did the visit of...
Temet consuelias.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Oh, come on!
Lavaru beyond sea. Lavaru beyond sea. Ah, let's have it out!
Can't get a good shot with this.
Okay, now you will need to focus on this guy.
Ah, Sekworth and Roth. Ah, Ulu Sen. Ah, Sekworth and Roth.
Right, I forgot they're kind of immune to a lot of magic, aren't they? Oh, this dude's still here! I didn't realize this dude was like still fighting. He's kind of worth it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we did that. I can't believe we did that. That was insane. Right, let's rest. Oh, of course. Of course we're gonna have Adra nightmares. Of course. Okay, let's go in here.
Of course.
Well, it's kind of pretty in here. Okay. Hi. Columns of water rise up from the pool in front of you, shifting and rifting, whipping air around them in a vortex. This can only be Audra's hair, appearing before you at the fraction of the size typically reported by mariners unfortunate enough to encounter them on the high seas.
You have done well to have come so far. I confess I was not certain you would make it, but I do not wish to give false hope. The greater challenge remains in front of you.
The Eyeless have to be stopped for the good of the Deerwood.
Running through the core of this rock is a large growth of crystal. You will know it when you see it. A blow to the crystal would reverberate through the walls of this place. Strike it enough and the entire structure would crumble. The Eyeless would be buried. Of course, it would take a person years to cause enough damage.
But not with the help of the Eyeless.
Then you know what must be done. Strike the crystal with Obidon's hammer. The Eyeless will wake and come to its call. Join in striking the crystal. They will cluster together and bury themselves.
Okay.
I have realized it is best that they should be ended.
Oh, really?
For within each of them is a small piece of Obidon himself. Upon their deaths, those fragments and the memories they contain will be safely dispersed. I had not considered the dangers of allowing them to persist, until a watcher appeared at my abbey.
What aren't you telling me?
A single strike upon the crystal will not be enough. The Eyeless respond only as long as the hammer rings. You will need to remain until their work is complete, wielding the hammer until the walls come crumbling down.
If the Eyeless won't stop until I am dead, I might as well return the favor.
It is a difficult thing to accept that one's dying day has already been marked. It is good that you have no illusions about your own. The Eyeless cannot be reasoned with or fled from. One day not far from now, they would kill you and level the Deerwood. You have seen what they will do. This is the way you can stop them. And the truth is that you are marked by the Eyeless for a reason. It would be better for all if the things you have seen were forgotten.
Crushing's a bad way to go. Maybe we should just hang ourselves.
The watery columns drop all at once back into the pool, sending up a small splash. The pool settles, and looking down into it, you see only the faces of you and your companions, alone and condemned. Great! This is fine. Alone.
Aztec birth and wrath!
Oe Ixiana.
Leave it to me!
You have to get a good shot with this.
At least they're not as scary anymore. Okay, we'll wait for a deer to catch up. Okay, there's another one there. Should be fine. There's another one there. We didn't wait long enough, did we?
Leave it to me!
Ow!
That's not great.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Can we not just let
That's it!
the deer do all the hard work?
Me.
Oe Ixiana.
I don't think I like
Good shot with
Andra
this.
as a god. Yeah? I don't think I appreciate her. Judging by the claw marks and scales around the edges of the pool, you believe it is regularly used by Lagotheth. You see something shimmering in the depths of the frigid water. I'm going to dive in myself. You dive into the water and immediately feel the cold bite into your skin. It's incredibly frigid, rapidly sapping the warmth from your body. The water is calm, but a person with weak constitution would suffer greatly if submerged for more than a few moments. The ice-cold water is too intense, and you reach the source of the glinting at the bottom of the cave. But your fingers have already gotten completely numb. You quickly recover a cache of Lagotheth's treasure, including a variety of coin and a set of surprisingly well-preserved plate greaves. Unfortunately, the disturbance of the horde was noted by a pack of Lagotheth that are swimming over to investigate. Hiding from the Lagotheth will be difficult, but attempting to outswim them would require phenomenal athletic ability. I mean, I should be able to. You launch yourself off to the bottom of the ice cave and begin to swim towards the surface. Unfortunately, you aren't strong enough swimmer to escape a band of determined Lagotheth. Two of them catch up on you and claw at one of your legs. You barely manage to crawl out of the pool with the mangled limb still attached. Never say the furious Lagotheth erupt from the pool. Harry! Fine. Don't die. You're not allowed to die.
I'll let Margram's fire bless this one.
Of course.
Want to rest? Not yet, since we've only got one left. Oh gosh. Great.
Leave it to me!
It's fine.
Moe.
Aztec birth and wrath!
That's not very helpful.
Moe.
Aztec birth and wrath! Aztec birth and wrath!
I'm just blessing us. we shouldn't be murdering them all, though, because they're meant to help us bring it down. Well, that can't be it. A ridge overlooks a broad chamber half flooded with lake water. You could crawl down this way, but it looks too steep and slick climb. Hold on, I want to save it. There you go. We're going to climb down. What? No! Oh my god! Will you expect me to fight that? Apparently so. I courted a girl for a while, looked like that. Tentacles and all.
Quartered a girl for a while, looked like that.
Settle.
Tentacles and all. Leave it to me!
Okay, hold on. Let us just go for the big one. Just keep looking. Just keep looking at it. Looking at the big one. Never mind. No problem. I don't know where he is. Oh god. I don't suppose we can call some ogres in. No? Got it.
Crow up.
Worth and rough.
We've lost someone.
We've lost a few.
Worth and rough.
This is a bit insane.
I'm ready.
And it has been now. I don't suppose.
Hey.
Where'd it go?
This thing isn't doing the job.
Ready, Watcher. Ready, Watcher.
You're not getting from me.
Alright. Please don't appear again. Please don't appear again. Please don't appear again. Please don't appear again. Can I rest? Did we kill it? There's no way we killed it. Did we kill it? No. No way did we kill that. I didn't see it die. Did we kill it? There's no way we killed it. They can't know. I refuse to believe that we killed that. Okay, apparently we did. An enormous crystal juts from the wall like a spearhead protruding from a wound. An army of reflections stare back at you from the crystal's perfect facets. It echoes the sound of your footsteps in soft ringing hums. Someone will have to take up Abiden's hammer and strike the crystal, and Andra warns that whoever does will be buried in this place with the Eyeless. I'm going to do it myself.
You have led us bravely. It has been an honor to follow your lead.
Gods really have it in for you. I wish they knew you like I did.
Oh!
As long as I live, Masuk will sing your name alongside Persok's.
Straight into the fire, then. Your chances aren't favorable, but at least you've learned to embrace the test. I told you I'd be good for you, Watcher.
You heft the hammer and swing it at the crystal. A perfect clear tone rings through the air and resonates through your teeth. Seconds later, ripples shiver through the water. Something big is coming. You give the others a final nod. The rest of the party scrambled out of the flooded cavern and flees through the tunnels. You continue hammering at the crystal, each strike magnifying the last. Echoes build into a physical tremors. Meanwhile, a heavier rhythm pulses the cave. Footsteps. Dozens of them. The others round the corner and you see a line of Eyeless advancing. The creatures stagger to the rhythm of the hammer thuds below, yet they crane their necks towards the party, ratcheting back from their piston arms. Mirrored image. Consider who will cast it. Will Alof? Alof's likeness appears along the tunnel. The Eyeless roar and lunge fruitlessly at the image. The party sprints past the distracted monsters. Fortunately, the creatures are too focused on the hammering to give chase. They continue towards the cavern. You maintain a steady tempo on the crystal. and Eyeless gather in the cavern, where they batter the walls in time with the hammer's rhythmic blows. The ground shakes, and falling rocks and shattering crystals splash to the ground. The party flees through dark, rumbling corridors, and more spellbound Eyeless shamble along, but they're too entranced by the swelling candons to take more than an idle swipe at the party. The tunnel narrows and light filters through ahead. The exit must be around the next bend. But it's clogged with rubble. Meanwhile, the ground drops several feet at once and the tunnel begins rolling on its axis. The distant sounds of rushing water echoes from the cavern. Get levered with a pry bar. There must be a weak spot, but it will take practiced eye to find it. Gosh, who would have that? Sagani. Sagani wedges the pry bar into several different nooks, but can't seem to find his leverage point. There must be a weak spot, but it takes practice eye. Okay, Palagina. Okay, she can't do it either. There must be a weak spot. A deer. Wedges the pry bar. Oh my gosh, no. There must be. Oh no. Alof? No. Durance? Okay. Gonna have to consider another one. We're gonna have to dig for it. Everyone attacks the rubble together, tearing at the boulders with desperate strength. A roar of shattering rock rises from the depths, and the moon drops several more feet. A few minutes of furious work finally clears the passage, but Palagina is wounded and exhausted from the exertion, and Palagina takes ragged, pained breath and cradles one arm stiffly. The moon shudders again. The party escapes onto the ice just as another thunderous crash sounds from below. Eyeless continue pouring into the cavern from every visible tunnel and crevice. Your ears ring at the ever-growing cacophony of smashing rock and shattering crystal. Meanwhile, the water level is rising. A skull-splitting crack rends the air, and a surge of water knocks you from your feet. The entire cavern rotates, plunging you into a freezing soup of jagged metal, torn flesh, and stone. You thrash in the dark water until cold locks your muscles. You can't tell up from down, and all around you feel sharp, slick angles of stone. You're trapped. Your lungs begin to burn, and your limbs go numb. At least your death will save the rest of Aurora from the Eyeless. One day there will be a song about you. Perhaps feast days in your name. Maybe. Your reflexes take over and you convulse, swallowing a mouthful of icy water. You perish in agony.
As the fragment of Ione Brother crumbled around you, it pulled you into the frigid depths of Kairon's Scar. You died, secure in the knowledge that the threat of the Eyeless died with you.
Wait, I died? I didn't finish my mission. Well, we finished White March then, but I died. Lucky I saved it. Okay, well that bit's done. I didn't realize that you died. I kinda hoped that the gods would intervene at the end and be like, "Psych, we're not killing you," but they killed me. I don't think I'm happy with that. I'm gonna let the credits roll as quickly as possible, and See, I'm so glad I saved it. I am so glad I saved it.